The beauty of art is that it can have so many different purposes. And I've somehow ended up choosing to create artwork that enhances the positive feelings, and people experience increased feeling of joy. And to me, that is like, a magnificent goal to have reached, that people are coming to me and telling me how life-changing it has been for them to be so blown away by the piece that they reach a certain level of like ecstasy or bliss when it comes to just living. And I believe that there's something about the work, about the colors, that penetrates your retina and releases dopamine, because it is like a natural high that people seem to be experiencing. People kind of like leave all pretense at the door. All the shields we have, and like filters. I think the armor that we all carry, we leave it at the door and just go and experience. It just kind of grabs you in, and it makes me so tremendously happy that people come there and they stay for a long time, like up to 2 hours maybe, or even longer. The journey is kind of you, because that's why the name also, Chromo Sapiens. I'm not naming the piece itself, I'm more naming the audience. It's a journey to get there. It's like journey to the center of the world. It's like, subterra kind of interior landscape. And you come there and you just experience your own awareness, facing this material and taking in these colors. And I think people kind of surrender to it and forget about all the things and just be. It is so far removed from my original work with hair, even though it is hair. It's fiber that's used for hair extensions, but that's not the foreground necessarily. It's more like I use it as to paint, and it's more referencing kind of teddy bears and beasts and playful kind of puppet shows and Dr. Seuss, and it's more cartoony, I think. When I was invited to represent Iceland at the Venice Biennale, it was like, okay, now's the time. This is like the Olympics, and you give it everything you can, and that was just a perfect opportunity to do that. And also the pavilion, the way the building is, it's just an empty square box. So I decided to do it there and create these kind of 3 grottos or caves or chambers, just to kind of have like an escape, like some sort of like an escape into like a surreal hyper nature landscape. It's almost like what people want to do with VR, but this is analog, like without any technology, So for me, it's landscape painting. Landscape doesn't have to be like a field with a mountain in the back and then a sky. For me, it is this 3-dimensional, all surround environment that I created. A cave.